doing a Star Wars classroom transformation. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Mariely Sanchez and I'm a 4th grade teacher in South Florida. Today's video is a special standalone video because I am doing a Star Wars classroom transformation because on Saturday, May 4th, May the 4th be with you, is Star Wars Day. And because it falls on a Saturday, I decided to celebrate it on Friday, May 3rd. Right now, I'm coming to you on Thursday, May 2nd, 2019, right after signing off on my last classroom blog video, which featured the 2 days of FSA ELA testing. FSA stands for Florida Standards Assessment and ELA stands for English Language Arts. Now the students are going to take their FSA math assessment next week, Monday and Tuesday, May 6th and 7th. So for final preparations, I decided to combine the Star Wars Day celebration and our math review celebration together to turn it into a classroom transformation featuring Star Wars. So I have a couple of things that I have been buying here and there from Amazon, which I'm going to start using to set up the classroom right now. So right now, even though it's Thursday, the day before, I'm just setting up the classroom to make it kind of look into the Star Wars kind of transformation that I want. This would be a little mini transformation, so I'm not going to be covering the walls or anything like that. I'm just going to be putting certain decorations up, like if it's a Star Wars party. So that's how I'm going to do it. I want to show you behind me what I am planning to do with my room right now. It probably looks like a little mess back there. The desks used to be in rows because of testing, and right now I am gathering them together into tables of 10 desks that are gathered together, 5 on either side. I've already set up one side of the classroom, and now I'm going to set up the other side of the classroom. Let me show you how that looks. Here are the 10 desks that I already finished gathering together, and I put black bulletin board paper that the school provides, so I did not have to buy this paper. It is provided to us. I have the extra paper on the floor, hopefully is enough to cover those 10 desks that I'm going to gather it on that side. That side is going to be the light side of the force. This side is going to be the dark side of the force. And you're going to see how the decorations match up with that. So that's what I have working with me right now. And I'm just going to go over there and set up those desks. I just noticed that one chair was not put away, so I'm going to stack them up in one of these piles over here. But yeah, let's get this classroom transformation put together. Just finish up the other table. As you saw, I needed to adjust 2 of the desks because their heights were higher than the other ones and I needed it to be more level, so I did that. And now I'm going to show you the box with all the decorations that I purchased from Amazon. So this is a centerpiece. This one will be for the light side of the force. And these are ceiling hangers. I'm gonna hang them up right now before I leave. And so are these, but these are more like honeycomb hanging decorations. So I got 2 of those. So here's the other one. These are the lightsaber pencils that I will attach little tags on. This will be their little goodie treat for the day. And I have a beach ball right here that is a light up beach ball that I need to blow up. I'll probably take it home with me, blow it up at home, and then bring it tomorrow all ready to go. These are the fun light up foam LED thingamabobs that have lights. So I thought it would be cool if we had like a little lightsaber celebration at the end of the day. So there's 3 different settings. So that's what each kid is going to get as well. The kids are also going to get these wristbands that are that rubbery kind of wristband that says the force is with me. So it's a little bit of an encouragement for them along with the pencil. And down here is the last centerpiece decoration for the dark side of the force. All right, so let's put these centerpieces on the table. And to me, that'll complete sort of like the overall feel of the classroom transformation along with the hanging decorations, which will make it look really nicely put together. Let's do that now. The tables are now complete. I decided to put all the blue parts on this side for the light side, including the little confetti decorations, and all the red decorations go on this side, which is the dark side of the force. So including the confetti as well. And I just combined from both packages the blue on one side and all the red ones on this side. So the tables are done. Let's see if I can hang up the things above the ceiling. Just finished hanging all the hanging accessories and decorations. So as you can see, there's Yoda, there's Luke and the droids. Here's Han Solo, Chewbacca, Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Luke and Leia, and I have a BB-8 honeycomb one above that. Over here we have Darth Vader and a TIE fighter, Darth Vader again, and a Stormtrooper honeycomb decoration along with some other little ones. I ended up not using the other honeycomb decorations because these actually took a long time for me to hang because they're like 3 separate pieces. And I didn't want to use the adhesive, so I was using paper clips to hold it all together, so that made it a little bit more difficult as well. But I think just using 3 is fine because there are plenty of hanging decorations as it is. All right, that's it for setting up the classroom. Now I'm just gonna go home and work on the rest of the things for tomorrow. And tomorrow will be the day. So I'll see you then. Here are some final touches before the students come in. They're getting their bracelet. Like I mentioned, I made this little tag, "May the force be with you." And they're getting a lightsaber pencil. So the side that is red is getting red, and the side that is blue is getting blue pencils. So I can't wait for the kids to come in and see all these goodies waiting for them for today's Star Wars classroom transformation.
This shows I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Ms. Sanchez. You're the best teacher ever. Yay!
We are currently playing our Star Wars version of Grudge Ball. So behind me are the X's of all the teams. So we have the Sith versus the Jedi. And each student has a dry erase board with a dry erase marker and a buzzer with an eraser. And they have to answer questions that I project on the board. We also have the Jedi here with their buzzer and their eraser. And now we're getting ready to go for round 3, I believe this is it? Okay, so basically whoever gets the question answered, they ring their buzzer, they answer the question, and if they're correct, they get a point. Now, they can earn extra points by shooting a paper through the Death Star. Now they get to choose between the 1-point line or the 2-point line. So they actually have 1 to 3 points that they can earn. Those points they use to erase the X's from their opposing team. At the end, whoever has the most X's is the winner, because everybody's a winner. All right, here we go. The next question is, an orca whale is about 35 feet long. A blue whale is 3 times the length of an orca whale. Which equation shows, wow, we already have someone to answer. Okay, we have A right here. The answer is A. All right, Jedi, go ahead and shoot through the Death Star. And he made it in. So now you get to erase 2 X's. Whoa. So now we have 6 versus 8. We're going to keep playing and we'll see where everybody ends up in the end. Well, the lighting right now is very poor because we turned off the lights because we just finished our game of Grudge Ball Star Wars Edition. And I have a surprise to give to all the students as a way to celebrate the great job that you did today, celebrate Star Wars, celebrate that we just finished the reading test yesterday. I have the closest thing I could get to a lightsaber.
Glow stick noodles. I knew it. I just said that. And then we come.
We're gonna party! These have 3 different settings. So you have this one, or this one. And then you push it again, and so this is for you as my gift. So not only did you get the pencil, you got the bracelet, and you're getting a glow noodle. Yay! All right, all of you get one.
Oh my God.
All right, but you need to be sitting. Oh, they're giving me hugs. They're so cute. The pencils. Oh, thank you. So let's sit, and I'll get you your very own glow noodle. It's now the end of the day, and I'm going to start putting this room back together for testing mode. I also forgot to mention that I brought my lightsaber with me. Well, it's not really mine. It's my son's Ultra Saber, but it's the one that I have to bring with me when I do these kind of things. The last time I brought it to the classroom was back in October for Halloween, which this was my costume too, but I also have a t-shirt underneath, which I'm going to take this off and just be in a t-shirt that says, "Teacher, I prefer the term Jedi Master." So it was a really good day. The kids enjoyed those glow noodles. I did have to take some away from the kids because I told them not to use it to hit each other, and they were hitting each other. So I took 3 of them away, and they were really excited and a little bit crazy, but it's okay to be crazy, but just as long as we're not hurting each other. So I wanted to explain a little bit more about how we played our game and the small modifications that I made. The PowerPoint with the math problems that I used for it was provided to me from the district, our school district, and we can't really change anything on them or edit them. We can only just view them. But these are the standings at the end of our game. I have to say that the Sith lost all their X's at one point, but got them back, but then lost them again. But then the very last question, they got all their X's back, plus they erased one from the Jedi side. At first, everyone thought it was just gonna be a tie, but because they got the question right and they did miss hitting through the Death Star, they still got to erase 1 X from the Jedi team. So they made a huge comeback. So this grudge ball game can be adapted in many different ways. And also the students don't have to feel like, oh, we're not winning, because they can make a big comeback in the end. Because if they lost all their X's, they can then answer the next question right. And when they answer it, they get 5 X's back. So it's not like once you're out, you're out. You're never out. You're still in the game. You're still answering questions. And if all your X's get erased, you can get them back. So that's how it is. And I did keep track in my brain about the other team when they won and they shoot through and they were getting all those points, but the other team didn't have X's. So when they got their X's, I erased the ones that they had already lost previously because they didn't have any X's. So they had like negative X's, so I took those off. All right, so this is the standing. As you can see, here's the Sith with 3 X's in the end, and here's the Jedi with 2. Such a close game. They both did an excellent job. Plus, we were able to review some really good math problems and skills. And we're going to continue doing a review after Monday, just a brief, small review so that they feel ready for the rest of the test, because they're testing Monday and Tuesday. And then we'll be done with state testing. The other test that we will take before the year ends is the iReady Diagnostic 3. Now I want to show you how I did this whole Death Star thing. So let's get to it. I ended up drawing this Death Star with the Sharpie acrylic paint markers, or oil-based, I'm not sure. But this foam board I got from Dollar Tree, so it was only $1. I already had the silver paint marker, so that didn't cost me anything. And I took some circular object that I had in the room and my X-Acto knife, and I cut the hole out of it. I laid it right here behind my stage because it gave it some support so it wouldn't move. And then I put painter's tape here. So if the students stood here, this was the 1-point line. And then back over here, this was the 2-point line. So they can stand from here and throw and try to shoot through the hole. Now, I didn't have bean bags, but again, we're improvising. So instead, as I showed you previously, I just got colored paper that I already had and I balled it up so that the students could just throw it. Oops, I totally missed. Totally missed twice. Okay, redemption. So that the students can just throw it through the hole and get those points. So that's from the 1-point line. And then if they threw it from here, the second line, they got 2 points because they're further away. So that's how I made the Star Wars review today. And they got to see The Phantom Menace, which is Star Wars Episode 1. So it was a really good day. They're going to continue seeing Star Wars movies after we're done with testing. So on Monday, even though we're going to do some math review, I'll still have them watch a movie afterwards, and on Tuesday as well. So they're very excited about that. And so am I, because I love Star Wars a lot. And tomorrow's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And also free comic book day. So I may or may not vlog about it. We'll see. Okay, so I need to go ahead and finish setting up the room for testing. and I'll speak to you before I go. The classroom is now ready for testing on Monday and Tuesday. The desks are back in rows, and I stayed a little bit after school working on my deliberate growth practice target, which is basically at the beginning of the year, we choose a specific thing to target with our instruction and our students. So mine was math, and then we have to talk about at the end of the year and reflect on that goal and what we ended up doing, what professional development we went to, and also we need to attach samples of our communication logs, which is not just only communication with parents, but it's also communication with the students, communication with teachers in your team, is basically all the stakeholders that are involved in the instruction that you conduct in the classroom. So I did that. I also included samples of the PD that I went to this year and did my cover letter for all that and just submitted it to the principal. So now that I did that, I'm getting ready to gather my things and go home. One of the things that I forgot to mention was that I did use this Death Star beach ball. Let me see if I can turn it to the right. Whoop. This is the eye of the Death Star. There it is. And it has a little thing inside that glows. If you can see it, it's glowing right there. Sorry if that was a bad clip. But basically, this is what I was using to throw to each group to choose who was going to answer the questions for our Grudge Ball Star Wars Edition game. And it was nice. It was fun to throw it around, and the kids love to catch it and then throw it back at me. Another thing that we used during our Grudge Ball game, and the beach ball is going to fall, don't fall, were these buzzards that I got from Amazon, and I had each group decide which sound they wanted for their group. And basically when the students came to the front with their dry erase boards, their markers, their erasers, they brought with them their little buzzer, and whichever one of the two students answered the question first got to ring their buzzer, and I knew that they answered it first, and then we got to check their answers to see if they did get it correct. So yeah, that's basically what we ended up doing today for our Star Wars Day rooms transformation. Now I want to be real and say that I wanted to do other things, but it's just no time. And another thing that happened today is I knew that this was coming, and I'm just going to be real with you and open. I had a nervous breakdown because I was overwhelmed by all the deadlines and the stress of the test. And if I'm stressed, can you imagine the kids being stressed? So I just had to go and speak to my principal, and she was so understanding, and her words really helped me, and it's just what I needed at that moment. And I'm going to make sure that this weekend I rest and I take care of myself because I absolutely need it. All right, so this is where I'm going to leave you. So may the 4th be with you. May the Force be with you always. So if you enjoyed coming along on my Star Wars room transformation video, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And I just remembered something. This was something else that I created. And I actually ended up drawing this myself on PowerPoint. So this is just a whole bunch of shapes that I put together. This is supposed to be the outline of R2-D2, and this is supposed to be the outline of BB-8. I had two options for this. I could give it to the students and just have them create their own droid, or I could use it as one of the games. So basically every time the students will answer a question correctly, they got to add a new element to their droid kind of thing. So add to the drawing as you answer the questions correctly kind of thing. So now I have a whole class set. I'm not going to let these go to waste. So these will be some fun, entertaining activities for the kids to do next week for Do Now, etc. So yeah, I also created this. How neat is that? I drew it out of shapes. All of this is basically shapes that I put together on PowerPoint. Creative, huh? Okay, now I can say goodbye. So I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile. Hello, dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you, because you are capable of great things. See you next time.